You need to make sure and have plenty of feedstock handy to keep your power pallet running. You can't just put anything in that will burn, remember. If you don't have enough approved feedstock and you're not sure what will work or how to prepare it, get another operator to select and prepare some for you, or watch the feedstock section in the advanced course to learn how to do this for yourself. The gasifier needs to be full of charcoal to burn. If you're restarting after a successful run, it should already be full of the charcoal that it's previously made. If you're cleaning it out or starting for the first time, you'll need to fill the pyro reactor with new charcoal.
To fill the gasifier, turn the main power switch on the operation panel to the on position, making sure the engine key is in the off position, which is turned to the left. Wait a few seconds for the power pallet automation to come on. You should see the display on the PCU light up and show your status. If the reactor is full, nothing much will happen, but if it isn't, you should see and hear the fuel auger come on and start pushing the feedstock from the drying bucket into the reactor. It should turn off automatically as soon as the reactor is full. If it doesn't, you're going to need to open the reactor viewport to find out what is happening. If your fuel feed auger didn't run when you turned on the main power switch, and you're not sure if your reactor is actually full, you may also want to open the viewport to make sure that it really is full. The viewport cover is held on by what you may remember is called a sanitary clamp, which has a wing nut you can loosen until you can flip the threaded stud back and pull off the clamp. Then you can lift off the big round cover. Notice that it has a large round plastic seal you need to replace when you put it back together. Now look inside to make sure there is feedstock or charcoal all the way up to the fuel switch. If there is, you are good to go and can replace the cover. If it isn't full and the auger isn't running, you may need to fix the switch or auger to get them to fill correctly before you continue. These repairs are covered in the Technician's Handbook and will be covered in the more advanced course on repair and maintenance as well. If the auger starts to run when you turn on the power switch, this should be pushing the charcoal or feedstock into the top of the reactor and should shut off automatically after several seconds, when you can check through the viewport, as I just described, to make sure it is full. Again, if you are starting after a cleanout or first run, you will first pour charcoal into your hopper until the reactor is full and the auger stops. If the fuel auger keeps running and the reactor is not filling, it means you have some sort of fuel jam in the hopper or drying bucket you need to break up until you see the feedstock or charcoal filling up the reactor. If it keeps running even though the reactor is full, you also have a problem with the auger or fuel level switch you will have to fix. Once you're sure the reactor is full, put the lid back on the viewport and finish filling up your hopper with approved feedstock. Make sure the seals on both the viewport cover and the hopper lid are in place, and that they are clean enough to seal well. They don't need to be really clean, just dust or wipe them off so no pieces of feedstock or charcoal are hanging on that might prevent a good seal. And then turn them down nice and snug. If you're refilling your machine when it's running, you'll need to open and close the hopper lid fairly quickly. So make sure you have a big tub, trash can, or bin already filled with your prepared feedstock that you can carry up the ladder and then dump into the hopper. Be careful, as you'll remember from the other lessons, not to spill any into the generator or any other moving parts. You're going to need to figure out how to complete your refill as fast as possible, hopefully in a minute or less, as you'll notice that with the lid off, the extra air will pretty well quickly cause the engine to start to run badly or even shut down. Put the lid back on, making sure the lid seal is clean with no particles that could keep it from sealing, and tighten it down. Now that you've got your machine full of fuel and all sealed up, this is the best time right before you light up to do your leak down test.